okay? Let's do an experiment so you can see the power of the chief dragon slayer working through the sacrament of reconciliation, okay? So, here's our experiment. This is a dragon. A dragon's heart is ugly and dirty and yucky because it's filled with anger and meanness and greed and hate. It's just disgusting. That's the heart of a dragon. It hates, all right? This is the heart of Jesus, the chief dragon slayer. Perfect and clear and beautiful, right? Pure, okay? Now this is you, and you were born, you came into the church, and you wanted to be a dragon slayer. Your parents wanted you to be a dragon slayer, and they brought you, and they knew you needed strength, you needed power, so they brought you into the church, and they had you baptized. And they baptized you and filled your heart in the name of and they baptized you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, and they filled your heart with the Holy Spirit, with Jesus, with God, and your heart became pure and clear and beautiful, just like that. And your little baby soul was all clear and beautiful. Now, did your heart stay like this your whole life?
No.
What happens that makes, what do we do?
Sin.
We sin. That's right. So let's say you start to get older and dragons start coming around. Everybody, they attack everybody. So maybe your friend's like, hey, I got all the answers to the test at school. You want to cheat off me? And you're like, okay, dragon, you just lied. You weren't honest. You just lied. Oh, you got bit by a dragon. And then you go home and your mom and dad said, hey, it's time to clean your room. You're like, no, I'm not cleaning my room. Oh, you're being mean to your parents. You're talking back to your mom and dad. That's a big dragon bite. You're supposed to be obedient to your mom and dad. Chief Dragon Slayer told you that. And then you go to school, and you're bigger than everybody else, so you think, oh, I'm bigger than you. I can push you, and I'm going to push in line. I'm going to be the first one to get a drink at the drinking fountain. You're being a bully. You just got bit by Bucephalus. Oh, no. Things are getting worse and worse and worse. Right? And you're like, oh, I'm lazy. I don't want to go to church. I'm fine without. I'm bragging. You start bragging about yourself. I don't need Jesus. I don't need church. I don't need sacraments. You got bit again by a dragon. Pretty soon, what's happening to your heart there? It's turning dirty, just like the dragons. Your heart's becoming like a dragon's heart, right? And these dragons are so arrogant. They think they're so awesome. They brag so much. They're so filled with pride that one day they said, hey, we're better than God. We can destroy the God of the universe. And Jesus came and he said he was God, and they're like, we can destroy him. And they hung him on a cross. And they said, I'm going to give you everything. And Jesus is like, bring it on. I'll take on the sins of the whole world. I'll take every dragon bite that you have. So the dragons attacked Jesus. And what do you think happened? Could they destroy Jesus' heart? Could they make it dirty? They can't. Look at it. It's not changing at all. Like, in fact, he took all they had, everything they could give to him, and they could not change it. He destroyed death. He destroyed the dragons. And so you know what? He has the antidote. He has like the vaccination against it. Like, he has the cure to dragon bites. And so when you have a heart like this, and you're like, I'm sorry, I don't want to have a heart that's dirty. I want a pure heart. And you go to Jesus in confession, and you say, Jesus, I'm really sorry. I want you to forgive my sins. And Jesus comes pouring into your heart. And what do you think is going to happen to your heart again? Oh my. Your heart is clear. Your heart is pure. Do you see that? Pretty incredible, isn't it? So are you done now? You don't have to go to confession ever again because you just went to confession. Now you had your first reconciliation. Now your heart's going to be stay clear the rest of your life? No. You got to keep coming back because you know what's going to happen tomorrow? Dragon's going to tempt you. And they're going to keep trying to fight you. And the more you keep coming back to the chief dragon slayer, the more your heart is pure, the more you become saints. Right? So I don't want you to just receive your first reconciliation. I want you to keep coming back and bring your brothers and sisters and bring your moms and dads because that's really awesome. Pretty awesome, ladies.
That was so cool, Sir Roland.
Yeah.
Wow.